welcome to today's episode of the Pascal and Piper Show. I'm Piper.
I'm Pascal.
And welcome. We hope you are having a magical Monday. And as you can tell, just in case, this is a pre-recorded episode. But we still wanted to make sure that you guys had some content today. Because today being November 1st is the kickoff to National Family Literacy Month, and today is National Family Literacy Day, which promotes, reading books with your family. So there are 5 ways that you can celebrate National Family Literacy Month. That is such a handful to say, but number 1 is make sure that you're setting aside time to read each day. When I was younger, my mom would read to my brother and I right before bed. So maybe that you add that to your nighttime routine, or maybe
my mom made me read to her.
Oh, I like that. When did you do it?
At night.
At night?
Before I went to bed. But she made me read to her.
That's smart. Or if you need a way to decompress your day, maybe do it right after school. Mm-hmm. Different options, whatever works best for your family. So make sure you set aside time to read. 2, keep books visible around the house so that, your children can read whenever they want to. I had, they're not on display anymore, but I had a big bookshelf in my room that I could just pull from for me. 3 is make regular visits to the library. Who doesn't love the library? They're fun, and they offer a lot of cool programs, so make sure you check out your local library. 4 is read the book version of your child's favorite movie. The books are always better than the movie, so make sure you read what the author's vision was, because it's always so cool to find out. And the last one is to, this one would be fun to do with your Girl Scout troop, is to organize a children's book club with friends. I think that'd be so cute.
Me and my grandma had a book club together, just me and my grandma, and I remember we read this one about some girl who had a cat and baked pie. That's all I remember about it. But it was called pie something. And it had pie recipes in the back of the book. So when we went to our book club meeting at her house, we baked a pie for this book club from the back of the book.
Cute. I love that. So those were my 5 tips on how you can celebrate this month. And we're also going to celebrate by Pascal has a book she's going to read to us today. So
this is my book. It's called You Matter. Oh man, it's backwards. It's fine.
It's fine.
By Christian
Robinson.
I love this book. My mom just got it from Target.
It's cute.
It's called You Matter. For anyone who isn't sure if they matter, you do.
Aww.
Importance. Life skills. Okay, I'm ready. I'm not ready. Yes, I am. Okay.
Do you need me to hold it?
Nope.
Okay.
The small stuff too small to see. Oh man. There we go. Those who swim within the tide and those who don't. We got our little people. The first to go and the last, you matter. Wait, how many?
Yeah.
I'm losing this page. Okay. When everyone thinks you're a pest. That's a mosquito. When something is just out of reach.
That's funny. Look at the little T-Rex arms.
Yes. When everyone is too busy to help, you matter.
Don't drop the book.
Okay, we got it.
We got this. Teamwork makes the dream work.
If you fall down, If you have to start all over again, even if you are really gassy, you matter. It's the sun.
Yeah, that's funny.
Sometimes home is far away. Sometimes someone you love says goodbye. Sometimes you feel lost and alone, but you matter. Old and young. The first to go and the last. The small stuff too small to see.
No.
You matter.
The
Ta-da.
end. Cute. Okay, before we end off, I think we should talk about our favorite book series, or just books that you've ever read. So mine, right off the bat, hands down, has to be, It's How I Got My Camp Name of Piper. It's Percy Jackson. Although I love the series, it's actually, my favorite is the spin-off series called Heroes of Olympus. And Piper is my favorite character, so that's where I got Piper from. That's my favorite book series. I read that in middle school. So yeah.
In middle school, I read Divergent.
Oh my gosh, yes, I had a Divergent phase.
I read all 3 books in 3 days. Like, it was a whole thing. And I remember when the last movie came out, and I was so angry because it had nothing to do with the book at all.
The movie,
like, the movie
so
and the book was nothing.
Things.
They were totally 2 different things on the last one, and I was like, what in the heck is going on?
I literally remember
I told my mom,
cringing.
because at the end of the book, I was like, I yelled at my mom down the hallway. I was like, how could they do that to me? This is tragic. And then I was like, I don't even want to go see the movie. It was so terrible, the ending of the book. And then I went to go see the movie, and I'm like, that did not happen at all. Like, none of it happened at all.
No.
I read Hunger Games.
Hunger Games was really good.
That was a good one. I read...
Did you read Harry Potter?
No.
What?
I've never seen the movies either, so every time we have camp and it's like Harry Potter week, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on.
I went to Harry Potter camp as a camper.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's throw it back to elementary school. Did you read Junie B. Jones?
Oh, my mom reads that to her kids still to this day.
It's a cute series. What about Magic Tree House?
I read that. I read The Little House on the Prairie.
Yes! Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew.
The Hardy Boys.
All the good ones. The classics.
The classics. What's the last good book that you read? Do you remember the name of it?
That's a good question because now I just read school books. I could tell you the last book I just read.
Yeah.
It was some book called Equiano.
Nice. The last book I read, just recently I reread The Great Gatsby because I've had to do 2 group projects on that recently. So that's for me.
I read a lot of plays in school now.
Mm.
I remember
like
in
reading
sophomore
plays?
year I read The Crucible. I thought it was the coolest play ever.
I like The Crucible. You read that as a sophomore?
Yeah.
I read that as a junior.
I read it as a sophomore and I was like, go, yeah! I was like, this is awesome!
This is awesome!
And then I was like, whoa, this is wild. And then I had to write a paper about it and I was like, well, that's not as awesome as the book was, but whatever. And then we watched the movie.
I haven't seen the movie.
Play version.
Every
so that
time we watched the movie version of the books we read in class, I somehow was always absent for like ASB or something.
And senior year, I read Into the Wild.
Oh, Chris McCandless?
I don't know who it was. It was some dude that got, like, decided he was just going to ditch
leave
his
society.
life.
Yeah, Chris McCandless, that's his name.
He was like, I'm going to leave my life, and he walked to
like
Alaska.
That book. Yeah.
From, like,
wild.
I don't even know where he walked from, but he
so
walked
if you're a high schooler, you'll probably read it.
And then
don't
he, like...
spoil it.
Yeah,
for
it was,
people.
like, this whole thing. I was like, what? I didn't
that
like
one,
it.
Oh, I liked that one. What book did I read in high school that I really liked? Reign of Gold, we read sophomore year. I really liked it.
Oh, Fahrenheit 450 something.
451, you liked it?
I didn't like that book either, but I read it. in
I was gonna say,
my honors English class.
Yeah. Yeah, freshman year. Okay, I think we need to end it on a positive note. What's a book moment that, like, you remember the reaction to?
That's a good question.
I'm also trying to think of my answer. Because, like, I remember, I gave my mom, this is, like, when The Fault in Our Stars was, like, really, really big. Like, think, 2014,
I read
right?
that book.
I gave it to my mom to read, and she came into my room, and she goes, I'm so mad at you. Why would you, like, in tears, like, I'm so mad at you.
I read that book. No, I read, not The Fault in Our Stars, but what's the other one?
Paper Towns.
No, I didn't like that book either. Oh, no.
Any John Green book.
It was the one, it was like this little girl, she had curly hair, and her mom kept her inside and said she had some disease.
Oh, I never read that book, but isn't that Bella Thorne movie?
No, that's a different one. She had a real disease.
Oh,
Bella Thorne had a real disease, and she couldn't go into the sun.
I didn't read the book.
It's called Midnight Sun. She couldn't go into the sun, and then fell in love with some dude, and then fell, like, yeah, no. No, she had super curly hair, and her mom kept her inside, and saying she had all these diseases and she didn't. And then at the end of the book, she found out she didn't, and I was like, what? Give me my laptop.
No idea.
Give me a laptop. Something, I'll find it. I'm going to have to edit this and fix it.
But while you do that, I also had the same reaction that you, I was really upset when I read the ending of the last book in Divergent, Allegiant.
Everything. I made 2017. You never seen this movie?
Mm-mm.
It's a book. The book was so much better than the movie.
I
don't even think I watched the movie, to be 100% honest. The Sun is also a star. No, that's the one I wanted, not that one. But they were both. I did both of them. The Sun is also a star, and everything. No, everything was, I read.
If I Stay was such a sad movie.
It was a book. Did you read the book?
No.
Bro, the book was so much better.
I'm sure it was. The books
If I stay, yes.
Say it with me. The books are always better than the movies.
If I Stay, you guys should watch the movie, read the book. I thought that was a good one. And everything, and The Sun is also a star.
Those are probably PG-13 movies, just so you know.
Whatever. Midnight Sun is...
Oh, I heard The Hate U Give was good.
No. The Fault in Our Stars. Oh, to all the boys I ever loved.
I loved before.
No, there's a bunch of them. To all the boys, P.S. I still love you. There's 4 of them. There's 4 books.
There's 4 books? There's 3 movies.
And I only got into like half of the book, and then I was like, no, I could not. What other one did I read that I thought was so cool?
What was it about?
I don't know. Oh, Before I Fall, did you read that book?
No.
Oh, I really
Wow, I thought I was such a reader, but clearly not. I
have all these books on my bookshelf at home.
Okay, well, you're going home, so bring me some of them.
Like, these were so bomb-tastic. Like, I read them before they were cool and made the movie.
Pascal, the reader hipster, I read them before they were cool.
Bro, I had a problem,
that's how I felt.
I had a problem. I couldn't read during school because I would only read and I would do nothing else.
My mom used to have to take away my books as a punishment because I would stay up like half the night reading.
I would stay up and I would get home and all I would do is read and I would not do homework.
Yeah.
And then I'd go to school the next day and I wouldn't even show, like I'd show up to class, but I would never be, like I wouldn't be there. Like I was there, present, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
So I could only read in the summer. So I read all my books as fast as I could in those 3 months.
Yeah.
I was not wasting days on books.
I went through a phase of the Heroes of Olympus series. I would read the whole series. Like once all 5 books were available, I would read them all in one weekend and do it again. Like I just kept reading it to the point of I could tell you exactly word for word what was going to happen on the next page. Like it was that bad. I loved it that much. So yeah, clearly we love books. We hope that during this month, you take time to prioritize reading in your family and that you discover some really cool books. It doesn't matter what age level book you read, as long as you're reading.
My mom is doing this thing. You like donate money to like this website or something, and they'll buy books for my mom so that she can send each kid in her class a book every month.
Aww.
So she's on her 4th book now, and so once a month they'll get a book they'll send to her school, and then she'll pass them out at school, and then they get to take it home and keep it.
You know what I saw recently on Instagram? It was an ad for like, you know how there's like those fashion boxes or those makeup boxes that you get like once a month? They have that for books.
Yeah.
And then like you only buy like the books that you want to keep, or like you could just use that as just like a way to just have your class experience or anyone experience new books.
So my mom does that.
So reading's important. Make sure you read. Try to read every day. A little bit counts. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope to hear about all of your reading adventures, and make sure you comment, because we're going to go back and we're going to read these comments about what is your favorite book series, either currently or maybe when you were younger. If you know any of the books that we were talking about, let us know. Geek out with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hope you have a great rest of your day, and
Have
we'll
a
see
nice
you
Monday.
on
See you
Wednesday.